This is Chrissy cooking at home. I'm Chrissy. Not cooking, kinda. I'm going to show you what I do for Miss Nellie. I'm making her some high-calorie scrambled eggs because I'm supposed to chunk her up. She's growing tall, but she's not gaining enough weight. I said that in the last life update video. And this is really what this is, a life update video while I'm making her some scrambled eggs for breakfast. It's early, she's had her first bottle, then she's going to wake up and she's gonna have her breakfast. But I gotta clean, so we're gonna clean, then make her eggs. So I'm gonna give you some updates, because the last update I just posted was actually filmed 2 weeks ago and some things changed. So let's get rolling. So we're gonna clean the stove and then scramble some eggs and just talk about it. Okay, so I'm going to clean the stove real quick. The stovetop is a mess. I'm going to get that clean. Now you might be wondering, maybe I look a little different. Why do I look a little different? Maybe someone's figured it out. Have you figured it out? This is kind of holding the frizz back a little bit. You might hear Logan, he's in the living room arguing with the dog. Alright. If you watched the last life update video, it's 2 weeks old and I posted it anyways. I mentioned my eyes. Mentioned my glasses. They were not fitting right. They were constantly falling off my face, getting on my nerves. So I pulled out my very, very old frames. Same prescription, very old frames. This is what I was wearing. Same prescription. Just bigger frames. Thicker frames. So they just weren't fitting very well. So I pulled out these. It's amazing. Glasses can make you look different, or lack thereof. So I remember in the last video, because I just posted it, so I just edited it. I took them off and was like, you know, this right here. Look it up. I'm going to get some different Olay firming cream to try to firm this up. It bugs me. This bugs me. Firm it up. Why am I the only one that sees it? I mean, we only see our own flaws. Everyone thinks I look so young. I don't. Well, strangers think I look young. I don't. I mean, I don't look like my mother did at 40 by any means. My mom aged prematurely. Last time I saw her was 13 years ago, 12 and a half years ago. So I would have been in my 30s, which would have put her in her 50s. And she looked like she was in her 80s. She aged prematurely. I think I inherited a gene from her mother where we age slowly. Because I look at some of the people, I think I've mentioned this before, I look at some of the people that I went to high school with, and you know, Facebook, social media, and I'm like, I don't look like them. And I said that to my therapist, and she said that it's my complexion. It's smooth and even toned. And I told her that one of these days I was going to ask these people that yell at me in department stores that I don't look old enough to have a 21-year-old, that I don't look 40. I mean, they yell at me. They yell. And one of these days I'm going to ask them, how old do you think I am? Or how old do I look? Because I never ask. I'm just like, I blurt out my age and just, it usually shuts them up. One of these days I'm going to ask them, how old do I look? My therapist said that I don't even look 30. I'm like, I look like I'm in my 20s? That's wild. She thinks I look like I'm in my 20s. That's wild to me. No wonder it throws people off. If they too think I look like I'm in my 20s. Late 20s, I think, is where my therapist was going with that. I think. I'm assuming. Should never assume. Okay. Skillet. I only cleaned a third of my stove. I need to clean the rest, but I'm gonna get to that later. I got a few more dishes to do. I made breakfast. Nobody ate it. I'm gonna move you. Okay, so make Miss Nellie's eggs. Now, I said in the last video I'm supposed to kind of chunk her up a bit. So what's been going on in the last 2 weeks? Well, sweetheart got a new job. Car broke down. That egg stock. So, because the car broke down, we only have one car. The car broke down, sweetheart couldn't get to his old job. And his old job had a very strict attendance policy. He had no more days he could take off, like none at all. So on the same day, the car broke. Bad. He got a job offer from the interview he had the week before at a job fair. And they offered him more money than he was making at the old job. It's a little further drive than what he's used to. Double that, so a little further. It's an actual third shift, so instead of 4 10-hour days, 4 10-hour nights, I should say, it's 5 8-hour nights. Okay, he's used to that. He's been doing third shift for 35 years, 30 years, something like that. So he called off the night the car broke. Well, my car guy couldn't get to it. So that was a Tuesday. The car guy couldn't get to it, he said, till Saturday. But I had it towed to him anyways, because I have emergency roadside assistance through the insurance, 24 hours. So I just called roadside and had them tow it to my car guy. And he was a professional mechanic, but fixes cars for specific friends and family out of his home garage. So I didn't have the money to fix all these costly repairs until payday, which was coming up on Friday. So not getting to it till Saturday, fine. putting heavy cream, not measuring. So about 3 tablespoons, so a tablespoon per egg in her eggs. That's kind of what it looks like. Okay. Just beating it up. So he called off Tuesday. Wednesday, he's like, well, I don't have any more days to call off. I call off one more time, they're going to fire me, because he gets 3 PTO days. And then after that, it's attendance points. You get 5 points, kind of like freebie points. And then after that, you get a 6th point, they fire you. Well, he was at 5 points, 3 PTO, 3 points, and then 2 points after that. And so he's like, I'm not even going to call. I'm not even going to go. I got the job. I start in 2 weeks. I'm not even going to call. So he didn't call. He didn't go. We didn't have a car. So, and there's no bus. An Uber or a taxi would have cost $85. We know. That's a whole nother story. To drive one way to get him there, because we live kind of in the country, in the mountains, and it's across the mountains, 25 minutes to get to the job. So, no. So he didn't call, didn't bother. He's like, screw him. So that effectively ended that job. So he had 2 weeks in like 4 days, 3 days, 2 weeks and 3 days, 3 days, 2 weeks and 3 days off from work to recuperate and I don't know a good word for it. It's on top of my brain, but kind of like get rid of the poison from the old job. Get ready for the new job, which started today. Today was orientation. He's left. He's there. So we're going to do about 3 tablespoons of salted butter for her eggs into the skillet. These are going to be some greasy, fatty eggs. Now, she'll probably eat maybe a quarter of an egg. Most of this is going to end up in the garbage. Well, on the floor, then the garbage. We're going to melt the butter. So that's that. So the last paycheck on that Friday. Oops, an alarm. There we go. So we got the car fixed. It was a belt tension assembly, belt assembly tension, I don't know, something like that. Had seized up and melted the belt. And it had caused the car to overheat. Something like that caused the antifreeze to spurt out the reservoir. Caused it to throw codes saying it was the thermostat. Thermostat was actually fine. Thought it was also the water pump. Water pump was fine. Thought it was going to be like $300-400 in parts. No. My car guy is awesome. He got the parts for like $115. Charged me like $20 in labor. We went ahead and did the oil change that was due. He's just freaking awesome. You know what? That's too much butter. I think 2 tablespoons would have been good. I think that's what I've been doing, is 2 tablespoons. Not really been measuring the butter. I'm not really measuring any of it. I'm kind of eyeballing her stuff. This is what I've been doing with her eggs. 3 eggs. Pouring in some cream, not measuring. See the eggs? See all the butter? We got the car fixed. My car guy worked double time before he would go into work. He got it done in 2 days. He had it done on Thursday. The sweetheart. He bought the parts with his own money so that I could pay him when sweetheart's paycheck came in that weekend. So I went and got the stuff for the oil change when he got paid, and went on Sunday and had him do the oil change and paid him all at once because he's an absolute freaking sweetheart. He's an angel, an absolute angel, that man. I swear, we'd be screwed without him. He has saved our butts so many times. See, all that butter is incorporating real nice in her eggs. So this is how I've been doing her eggs ever since I was told she needed to start gaining some weight, because she's going to be, and she's going to be mobile soon. Before that, it was just non-stick spray, mix in some water with her eggs, get them nice and fluffy. Okay, turn off the heat. We don't want to overcook the eggs. We don't want to throw them out. We don't want brown eggs. I know I'm always saying brown food tastes good, like Chef Ann Burrell, but not eggs. Not scrambled eggs, not fried eggs. No, eggs do not taste good brown. No, never. Perfect. So now they will have time to cool. Nice oily pan, peanut butter. And chop them. Now usually I put them in my Pampered Chef food chopper, but she's doing so good. We're going to do just a rough chop with a fork. I think she's ready for that. And we'll see how she does today. She's really been enjoying the eggs with the heavy cream and the butter. It's very rich, very decadent. I guess very keto. All the fat. She'll eat some eggs, and then her snack will be Cheerios or cheese puffs, you know, things like that. So just a rough chop through the eggs. I used to mash them quite fine. Okay, so the car is fixed, and sweetheart has a job, and it's the last paycheck for a while, and so my brilliant mind is to stretch that paycheck with the food, our food budget. Of course, bills are paid. So now we need to stretch our food budget, stretch the pennies, because I plot and I plan our budget, and I plot and I plan our food. And so hold that thought. Tired of looking up at you. I had you up higher so I could have you look down at what I was doing. Okay, so I planned 30 meals to get us through 4 weeks plus a couple of days of big meals. We could do one big meal plus some snacks, and I don't include breakfast as a big meal, or if we do big meal at lunch, then usually we'll eat it at dinner, or we'll have sandwiches, or we'll just snack. We're weird. But I did it in Excel, and then I just printed that menu, and just crossing off what we've eaten, what I've cooked so far. So keeping track, and it's going well. I bought the groceries for for the menu, what I didn't have on hand already. I took stock of what I had on hand, made sure I went through the pantry, through what I had home canned, which really wasn't much left. And then I scoured the ads, and I found that the store I've talked about before called Maine's was having a sale on chicken breast. Bear with me, it's going to sound crazy. 40-pound case of chicken breast for $60. Okay, if you're not a canner, I know 40 pounds, 40 sounds like an insane amount. And it was 40 pounds for $60. That came to $1.50 a pound. If you're buying groceries and you're counting every penny, you know how expensive meat is. Around here, chicken is going for about $3.50 a pound for breast, just regular breast. Now, if you want the raw tenders that aren't breaded, not the breaded kind, it's even more. If you're wanting thin sliced, it's even more. If you're wanting the antibiotic free or the organic, or, you know, those are even higher priced items. And this chicken was the antibiotic free, the higher priced type chicken. And it's really good meat from this party supply store that's a bulk food store that you do not need a membership to, that supplies restaurants and general public. You can just go in and shop, and they sell not only in bulk but in smaller quantities too, regular grocery store quantities. So I budgeted to buy this big case of chicken and a few extra ingredients to can food. Canned meals. I did, you can see in the videos I've done, chicken a la king from Jenny's, oh, I love her. What's her channel? Scratch Made Kitchen. I haven't watched it in forever. I printed her recipe from her website. She's awesome. Go watch my chicken a la king video. I credit her completely. It is an amazing recipe for canning. If you're a canner, her chicken a la king is out of this world. I did a double batch again. I did her chicken pepper cache because it is amazing. I did one batch of that, and her batch, and her I did a batch of her chicken Dijon because it is amazing. So, see, 21 quarts of meal starters, right? 21? See, no, 28. Yeah, 28 quarts of meal starters. So that's 28 meals. And then I had left over 15 pints of chicken, just ugly chicken in a jar. So that's 15 meals right there. So altogether, it came to 73 meals. Right? No, 40 some odd, 43 meals. And then I had canned some ground beef because I had bought a 10-pound log of ground beef, and I had some in the freezer. So I threw that in and I canned it all up, and I got 14 pints of ground beef. Ta-da! So, cat hair. Lovely. Flying through the air. Just, you know, trying my best to prepare for the stretch of stretching our dollar. And this bulk food store had potatoes, 10-pound bags of Chef White potatoes for $2.99. I grabbed 2 of those, you better believe it. For the chicken a la king, they had pimentos. How big are those cans? I grabbed an extra one for the next round because they don't always have them. This is 28-ounce can of pimentos. They had those for about $6. Now, if you buy pimentos, you know, those little 4-ounce jars aren't the cheapest things, and you need, for a single batch, I believe 3 of them. And I like extra pimentos in my Chicken King, and that doesn't change the integrity of canning her recipe, so I add extra pimentos. So I used 1 can for the double batch, so I split the can in half. Half the can was for one batch, the other half was for the other batch, and it worked out perfect. So I have an extra can for the next round of double batch. I know, I'm stretching the dollar, but I did. I still stretched my dollars. Because I spent $130 in ingredients to can all that food. Not bad. Not bad. So I'm hoping today, I keep changing my mind on what I'm going to cook for Sweetheart when he gets home from his orientation. At first I was going to do some ravioli. That's pre-made. I don't make ravioli anymore by hand until I get a ravioli maker for my KitchenAid. But now I'm thinking maybe chicken cordon bleu pizza and showing you how to do that. But now I don't know. I was thinking now I'm being told by Logan that he wants chicken cordon bleu pizza. So maybe I'll show you how to make chicken cordon bleu pizza. That one's right here. Chicken cordon bleu pizza. Yeah, chicken cordon bleu pizza. It is one of those semi-homemade meals because, pardon me, I buy pizza dough from Aldi. I buy 2 of the 1-pound bags pizza dough. I threw them in the freezer because I didn't know when I would be making this. Perfectly okay to do that. Once it's defrosted, I will combine both balls of dough into one big one so I can work it out into a big sheet pizza. And then I have some leftover ham from where I bought a picnic ham from BJ's. And let me tell you, finding a picnic ham in the Northeast, especially in New York, is next to freaking impossible. So easy to find them in the Midwest. My favorite ham is picnic ham. But I digress. Leftover ham for several meals. Chicken cordon bleu pizza, split pea and ham soup, and then ham and beans. That's what I have the leftover ham for. So I also thought about making the ricotta gnocchi, but I've already showed you how to do the ricotta gnocchi with my mustard cream sauce. But you know, just so much is going on. Miss Nellie needs to gain weight, trying to put weight on her. Sweetheart has a new job. Car broke down, got fixed. Because of Sweetheart's new job, we definitely need a new vehicle because it's further away. And my little RAV4 is putting on the miles because it's older. And he's driving farther than before. So I don't want him putting even more miles on my little car. We used to have 2 cars, but the other one got totaled by a deer on opening day. That's when I was pregnant with Miss Nellie. But now we definitely need a second vehicle. There was something else I was going to tell you, but I completely forgot. I'm going to kick myself later. I just know it. I'm going to completely kick myself later for not remembering what it is I wanted to tell you. You heard that one of the cats walked towards the dog and the dog flipped out. All I did was walk towards him. This video I wanted to show you how big Miss Nellie is, but she fell asleep. She must have been up partying. I gave her her bottle. I changed her diaper. Well, I flipped the order of that. She wanted to lay in her crib and watch Mickey Mouse. She rolled around, and because I was watching her on camera, and then I got up and brushed my teeth and got dressed, and I looked back on the camera, and there she is, completely passed out. She must be tired. She's probably growing again, getting taller on me. But I digress. I know there was something else I wanted to share with you, and I just can't think of what it is. You know what? I think I need to write it down and just go through bullet points and share with you. I think I'm going to do this monthly grocery thing from now on. I'm going to do one big grocery shopping haul a month. Sweetheart's new job is going to be paid weekly instead of bi-weekly, but I kind of like this one big monthly thing. And then going to the little grocery store that's close to us, because we live out in the country, and just picking up a gallon of milk or a loaf of bread as needed. We'll see. We'll see how this monthly thing progresses. I mean, the last 2 weeks have been pretty good. Haven't needed to go get bread or milk yet, but it's only been 2 weeks. So, we'll see. I feel funny. I think I'm going to take my blood pressure. Well, until next time.